So, Mr. Moses, before you got interrupted by the rain, you were explaining on insurance. Is your crop insured, or are your farming activities insured?
Okay, right. So yeah, yeah. So my current crop, okay,
Yes.
product on the ground right now is not insured.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's one aspect that we indigenous farmers we really need to to get into the culture of insuring our activities.
Yes.
Yeah, I do know some of them. Some of my colleagues have started in especially the tobacco farmers here, especially like aspect of hailstorm.
Yes.
I mean, like now this year you're seeing about excessive rain, so that can cause crop damage.
Yes.
Yeah. At the current moment, I'm not insured, and it's something that really I need now to really look into and adapt. That way, you do know that the much investment that you're putting into your business practice is safeguarded. Yeah. We need. I think what I'm also seeing that is we seem not to be having much information or much training imparted to local farmers, be it small scale, especially most of the small scale for farmers. Some of them they don't even know about insuring their crops. Yeah,
Okay.
but maybe the big commercial farmers they do know that, but maybe times they're going to the banks
Yes.
for loans and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And maybe the banks as a prerequisite to ask insurance for the loan.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe, but the small scale farmers, I don't know what can happen so that we are conscientized about this whole aspect of insurance because we don't know about it. Yeah, really. If you know, it's one or two there, but all the small guys, the guy who's doing half a hectare of tobacco, they've got 8 of tobacco. To him, like, so what is it? If it's gets rain, that's a quarter, in as much as it's everything to him,
Yes.
but they see it's small. Okay. But I think that whole culture of one institution, we really need to a lot of help. I don't know which entities or which can go out there and really
Educate farmers.
educate. Yes.
All right. All right. That's okay. Um, when it comes to paying for your products that you purchase in your activities, for example, the maybe the agrochemicals, other bills, etc. Um, do you strictly use cash? Do you use electronic payments? Uh, which systems do you predominantly use?
Okay. Mostly I've been using electronic payments. Okay. Mainly my swipe.
All right.
Okay. Simply because for accountable purposes,
Okay.
it's easy for me to reconcile my bank statement. Okay. And yes, in as much as yes, I have adopted a culture of really filing all the little receipts.
Yes.
But at
Yes.
times you can easily do a
Electronic
recon when you
recon,
take a
yes.
statement, you see this shop so much this went for. Yeah, yeah. So it's mainly so really most of my purchases are electronically
Electronic, yes.
done. Yeah.
Okay.
90%.
90%.
10% you even fuel.
Okay.
Even my fuel, I will try to swipe my fuel.
Swipe for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that I can keep it. So yeah, I only use my cash for my labor for wages.
Oh, yes. All right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
basically sometimes we hire labor, they come to work for a day or two.
2 years.
So you can just kiss them out quickly. Yeah.
All right.
Mostly my purchases are electronic.
Electronic. Okay. Okay. Um, do you get any credit financing from banks, institutions, government organizations? Have you ever benefited from any loan facilities from any institutions?
No, okay, fine. I've been farming for probably for year current this will be like my third year.
Okay.
Yes, I've never received any financing. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. And in fact, I even started farming in Middle South Chipanga in 2007.
Yes.
Even up to now, okay, I've managed to grow organically, purchase my farming equipment organically, like I do small. I save up the money, I pay, I buy this equipment, I buy the carros, two tractors,
Yes.
two sprays, without getting any loans from the bank or agro. Yes, the one time that I think last year when I banked with CBZ, okay, I just asked, listen, was they had a program, agro business,
Command Agro.
they wanted to
Yes,
have.
I
So I was just eager to find out how it works.
All right.
And the one thing that they say that we only give loans and financial assistance to people with irrigation.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, to proper center people to irrigation.
Right.
Because they also want to make sure their investment is also assured.
Yes.
That it will work.
It was.
Yeah. So where I am right now, there is no irrigation. Yeah,
Right.
it's just open. So yes, I've got a bore here and there. Okay, for my horticulture.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you really want to go commercial, you need a proper 10, 15, 20 hectares of irrigation, under irrigation. So they'll say a starting point is irrigation. You don't have irrigation, we can't
Not a starting point.
Yeah. So with that, for me, like okay. So I've grown, whatever that we have the previous year we put aside, I will put for next year. And that's how it is.
That's what we have in
Yeah.
progression.
Yep.
Okay. Now that's good. That's good. In the event that there is credit financing from us as your suppliers, would you be interested to participate or to take up any facility that would be available?
It's definitely it would be good because I think the main bottleneck or the main stressing factor with farmers is input. Yeah, definitely. I do know that on the tobacco side, there are contractual agreements between small scale tobacco farmers and the tobacco the tobacco contracting companies. Yeah, and that involves small farmers without irrigation as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they are using the same rains that a
maize
maize
farmer
farmer is going. Yeah, so there's no reason why a thing summer cropping food company should not be able to engage with the same kind of like business model whereby they can say, okay, fine, farmer so and so, we'll give you input for 5 hectares. Okay, 20 D, and then of course now probably there might be a need for that company to, like the tobacco guys, how everything is
Monitored.
Is monitored to the delivery. I don't know how that can be, but I feel it would assist because the times now the rains come, I'm sort of 2-3 bags. I have to scratch where I'm going to get the cash, But if I've got a partner that can easily say, if I here's so many bags of this, then we're good.
Okay.
The development is something that is introduced to participate.
Okay. To what extent, if you are to access the facility of you getting inputs and credits, for example, fertilizer, agrochemicals, and equipment, how would they help your operations? Would they allow you to expand? Would it ease on your cash flows? To what extent would it enhance your operations?
It will definitely go a long, long way. Because the times, I always feel that, of course, due diligence has to be done to who is kind of like should get such facilities there. You people must have some track records of some sort.
Yes.
Okay. What they do. We keep records of some this year, this, I managed to do this. Yes. So definitely, when to a very huge extent, those inputs would help manage cash flow and will help expand. Right now, okay, where I am right now, the space that was arable was about 30 hectares.
Okay.
But the whole of last year, I managed to report a new field altogether.
Okay.
20 hectares.
20 hectares.
Yeah. So it's a cost of around almost $10,000. Yeah. So that money helped a long way. It was just gonna be fine.
The one with the
But
input.
the whole year ended up painting, so reaping trees, creating arable space.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely, it will help us expand.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good. So to a great extent, growth with regard to your operations.
The imminent, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it would.
It goes without saying, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Out of interest, Mr. Moses, are you on any mobile applications? You know, for example, WhatsApp, Twitter.
Yes, yes, yes. I am on the social medias.
Okay.
I'm on WhatsApp, emails, yeah, Twitter. Yes.
Okay. Would you be interested, for example, to participate like on online purchases? Let's say if you had a mobile application, would you be, and then also to what extent would it provide in terms of convenience for you?
Definitely 100% convenience. Okay, time is I'm tied up at another day at my other workplace, and I'm just wanting to make sure it's what's caught by every other weekly there's need for chemicals, fertilizers, things like sprays, So definitely at times going online and at the push of a button, making a payment, my just come collect. Oh God, that would be so convenient. Okay, yeah. So definitely any mobile application to do with purchasing would be is very much welcome to.
Okay, okay. So you won't have issues like trust issues, for example, with no, I've just placed my money in there, will my guys able to collect their stock? You won't have those insecurities.
Issues. Yeah, but the fact that we're here and we know you guys operate and what the relationship from the past.
Yes.
So yeah, yes, in as much as yes, we can't eliminate the glitches in technology.
Yes.
Yeah, so probably new platforms we might have one or two glitches. But like we when it's mob,
Yes.
we know things that but eventually
It will come two together.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Moses, beyond the shopkeeper or the staff that you might come and meet into any agro store and provide you with, for example, the products that you want, the price, the information, is there any information that you may seek to derive from them when interacting with them?
Okay. So I think so far all has been good. But I think the one thing that we farmers need is lots of information.
All right.
So lots of convincing. And I think also some another question or other question that probably farmers should be asking you guys is like, how often are you visiting on the field?
All right. So visits are also something that you would want.
Yes, that's like like now we know that we've got a bit of excess rain and stuff like that. It's okay, fine. It's a bit of a challenge for farmers, okay? Probably after hours or weekends, you guys take a drive, just don't get stuck in the mud out there, But go see so that the next day when you come back, the next summer that you're interacting, the next customer, you are now talking even more with the field because you've seen what's happening out there.
Yes, with
appreciation
of what's on the ground.
This farmer bought this, he used this, he's going to see come back challenges at 1, 2, 3 next summer. 3, 4 farmers down the road. Some will ask about different variety choices for planting instead of on seeds. So I think probably time allowing it, everything it will be very, very convenient. But I mean, those are some of probably the information that we want to ask us. Guys, are you seeing how your things are looking out there?
Okay. Okay. No. Actually, I appreciate the aspect that is mentioned that coming onto the ground would help for us to appreciate on what exactly was happening on the ground, the issues that you're facing, challenges, etc. as well. Okay. As someone who's into farming, I'm sure day in, day out, you always have, one or two questions lingering in your head. Is there any particular one question which you would want to ask and get an answer from with regarding to your farming operations? Is there any one particular, whether it's from the economic side, the cropping side, the marketing of it? Do you have any one particular question that you would want?
Okay, fine. I think on the economic side, is the prices of fertilizer are going to go down? Because we're at the mercy of you guys.
Yes.
We work on the floor. The price that you give us is just crazy. Okay, fine. So you now start looking backwards.
Yes.
Okay, because it's so much, then I can only plant 1 week. The price is high. This year, I can't even plant because I can't afford fertilizer. Yeah. So I don't know what. My biggest question is, are we gonna ever get favorable fertilizer prices, which the normal Zimbabwean guy can afford? And also in light, in that same view of fertilizer, we know that as a country, we would want answers like we were a big fertilizer producer.
Yes.
With info. We were several chemicals for top.
Yes.
Okay, guys, what went wrong? What's wrong?
Yes.
Okay, we have to rely on South Africa. We have to rely on Ukraine. We have to rely on Russia.
Yes.
But we used to supply enough for the region.
For the region.
Yeah. So my biggest question is like, we should be, like at some point, I think 3 years back, GE were buying combat at $15, $12.
Yes.
Straight from the shops.
Yes.
Now you guys double. Okay. But I do know that the compound for making the base oil, what the raw materials are in Zimbabwe. There's fluorowater. Then we move rock phosphate for.
Yes.
So my biggest question is like,
And
when are you going to sort it out? What the raw phosphate in Zimbabwe? What the plant is there?
Yes.
What will do the plant is there? So what's the chemicals?
yes. Yes.
So for me, that's my biggest question. As a country whereby you guys, you also meet up with the Minister of Industry and Commerce.
Yes.
About, you see, we can go ahead and because you see, as a country, we actually are really investing in other things, like various stuff, probably doing roads and big infrastructure stuff, but Zimbabwe is an agricultural country.
Yes.
Was the big basket of Africa. So can't you simply make sure we
bring our house to order regarding
put the house to order. We make sure we secure our food security. We make sure those federal entities, companies are up and running.
All right.
That would be good.
Okay. Yeah. What about in terms of the risks associated? I'm sure, like you mentioned earlier on, that we are currently getting a lot of rain. What's your main concern when it comes to your farming activities, or the main threat to your farming activities? Is it the weather, for example? Is it pest? Is it a cost of doing business as a farmer? What's your main worry or concern?
Okay, my main worry is for somebody who is in dry land, the weather.
All right.
The weather, but you can't control that. Okay? But that's why those farmers actually really made it. They can control the irrigation.
Yes.
Yeah, they control the water bodies that are sufficient enough for irrigating the hundreds and hundreds of hectares.
Yes.
So for me, okay, market not so much. Okay, you know what? We can when market issues, those can be tackled. Okay, because we now have to look into value chain aspect, but at least we've got a harvested crop.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can't even talk of market where the crop is affected by weather. So for me, weather is
the number one. Okay. Is there any question which you may want to ask me that I might have not maybe mentioned, or something which you may want to ask out of interest from me?
Yes, I think I've asked you before. When are you going to have swipe in this shop?
All right. The electronic payment method, we are still working on it. Our accounts department will have it in order soon. Then we can allow you to make, for example, swipe payments or any other electronic through your mobile application without any challenges. All right. Mr. Moses, is there any service that you think we should provide to enhance your farming operation? I know you asked about the issue of us having a swipe machine, but is there any service that you think we should provide? For example, whether it's helping you to market your produce, or linking you to accessing markets locally, regionally, advisory. Would you want us to have maybe a data platform or even credit? Is there anything in particular which you would want to?
I think those are pretty much things that are essential in your kind of business, you guys. And also try to do few days.
Okay, 2 days.
Yes, 2
Okay.
days. Whereby really, get you've got a database of your farmers.
Yes.
Identify where you want to go. Do 2 days, 1 day, 2 days. Those interactive. Especially this time of the year when when it's nice and flush and green, and when it's no longer really people getting stuck with the mud. They put the mud on when
The rains have subsided.
Yes. It's maize. You're seeing the crops are now there. Tobacco is now happening.
Yes.
Two
Yes, really. Okay.
Actually, the farmers that you followed up, from start to finish, you supporting you guys, with the input. Those 2 days, and then, and also we try to, okay, I follow ETGs.
All right.
Okay. They seem to be more aggressive somehow. I've seen, in terms of food, I've seen a couple of food I think 2 days or agricultural show setups. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got a friend who's also a tomato farmer. He says, UTG, but this can go. So I think that whole interaction with farmers and creating a platform whereby it gives you guys leverage. Mind you, you're not the only one. You will be seeing, I'm sure you also on other farming groups.
Yes.
With other fellow competitors. You will be seeing how the trust that they, even if it means it's repetitive, but if you make noise,
Yes.
When somebody, what a source person does, you may shrug them off, but you end up just buying with they keep blocking.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are quite persistent.
That's the
All right. Okay. No, at this junction, Mr. Moses, I want to thank you for participating in our qualitative discussion. We appreciate you taking your time to interact with us. Thank you very much, sir.
You're most welcome. Well, thanks a lot. Yes, it's a pleasure.
Thank
you. To continue engaging with you guys in our farming unit.
True. We hope to continue doing business with you as well, sir.